So for this week, we're going to be talking about Feral #1. This is a new book from Image Comics. Let's talk about the creative team first. This is written by Tony Fleecs, with art by Trish Forstner, colors by Brad Simpson, Cougar Magic, Sarah Richard. I don't know what that means. Where's the letterer?
That's the Cougar Magic.
I guess so. Interesting.
Weird.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I guess the letterer is okay. That really caught me by surprise. So this is from the creators of Stray Dogs. So if you haven't read Stray Dogs,
so good. Solid.
It's a laugh riot.
There's a lot of books about animals going on right now, and
there are a lot of books.
Kind of here for it. Like we have Animal Pound from
Animal Pound, Tom King.
We have Man's Best that just came out this week by Pornsack Pinche and Jesse Lonergan. But let's talk about Feral. So there's really not a big synopsis that I can give you other than we follow this group of cats that were being driven somewhere in a van, and they crash and they're kind of lost out in the wild, and then bizarre things start happening. So Clay, how did you, as a fan of somebody who's I think you both read Stray Dogs, right? As well?
Yeah.
Clay, what did you think of this book?
Oh, I'm already excited for it because I knew how Stray Dogs was. And this one just gives you just a little bit of a tease of the cats and where they've come from because of their attitude of staying. Like, as soon as the truck crashes, the cats scatter except for these three because they're house cats. And they go, well, the people will bring us food if we just wait. Like, that's their mentality. So they bring you into this mentality of the animals that's really fun to go, well, okay, well, why don't they do this or go this way? It's because the way they've grown up. And so you see these other animals that start to come around and their eyes are different. And it gives you a little tease about what's going to happen and what's going to happen to the cats. So if you've never read their first book, it was a horror story that looks like a Disney story. And that is what's so great about this is it has that Disney look with kind of a Silence of the Lambs feel. Yeah.
Jeff, what did you think of the book?
I loved it. I was a little I was upset a little bit when you were like, this is the book we're reading this week. And I was like, no, I want to be surprised with it in my hand when we were gonna like when it comes out. But I was excited to read it. Tony Fleecs and I are friends on TikTok, so I don't know what to say about that.
We're gonna put some clips out there, tag them,
it's like it's a Home Alone, I guess, or not Home Alone. What is Homeward Bound? But with cats. It's great. It's it starts off with these 3 domesticated cats getting captured by animal control, and then the animal control car crashes and they're just trapped out in the forest, having no idea of what's going on, no idea what's where they are, whatever they're going to do because they're just domesticated animals. I love the way that they're written as kind of like, I don't know, they have basic needs and that's all there is. There's not, and you can see there's a lot of teases as to what's to come, what their bigger dangers involved. And it's just great. And if you know anything about Stray Dogs, you gotta hang on to the guardrails because you're about to go for a ride,
Yeah.
I do want to say though that they kind of explained in the story that although the animal control took them, they didn't catch them. They took them from a house because they said that the girl was screaming when we left, like she didn't want them to go. Is the implication, but maybe there's more to it.
There's a bigger mystery for sure here that we don't really know why it's happening. I think this first issue does very smartly teases a lot of really cool things without giving everything away. I think that's very fun. I love that because the story is focused on the animals. Like whenever we see humans, you never get to really see their full face, right? They're talking and you kind of like just see the bottom of their face, or like you hear them over a radio.
Very Muppet Babies.
Yeah, it very much so. It gets kind of gruesome, which is a very nice juxtaposition. Let me pull up some of the preview art. Um, like if you just look at this first page, like you don't really think anything of it, but then the tone very suddenly changes when we get into even just the coloring, like very much adjusts to like the different type of story. And then as we go forward, like things just get more hectic, right? Um, and I can't imagine, like, I don't know, I always try to think, I don't know why I always try to put myself in the place of an animal when it's a story like this. Like they don't have the full logic of a human person, or I'm trying to gauge what is the creative team giving them as far as like agency, like how much, like is this kind of a real world animal that has all the instincts but none of the actual knowledge, or is this a little bit more augmented as far as like their characteristics? Do they think a little bit more like people?
Yeah, they're
um
almost written like little kids in a way, where it's
Almost, yeah.
just yeah, it's more they're just everything is so kind of immediate thought,
Yeah.
whatever. But
And then this, I really like this 2-page spread. And the
Yeah,
PDF, unfortunately, the way we read it, it's like it just looks like
broken.
two pieces. But I did put it together for the
oh, it makes so much more sense now.
yeah.
It looks
They've
great.
read this like scree before crash. It didn't. I don't understand what's happening, but yeah, it's just
Oh,
And now we get to see the first
Okay.
glimpse of the fox's eyes that make
well,
more sense later in the book.
and seeing this dude, just was he not wearing a seatbelt? What's happening? He just got
Yeah.
thrown from the. Oh, maybe let me go back. Oh, I guess he's not. The seatbelt's just up here.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Because
so
he's
much
in the
detail.
tree.
Some
He's
smart
in the
art.
tree later.
Attention to detail. I love it. I didn't even catch that till the second time around. See, Jeff,
This
you can still read this when you get it physically and still be surprised by a whole bunch of detail.
I know there's still stuff to look forward to.
Maybe it'll be like a scratch and sniff.
this is the perfect monthly book because each book pays off and hooks you to the next one. And I'm saying that now with just the way Stray Dogs was, because Stray Dogs was the first of its kind and you didn't know where it was going. And now
Yeah.
I feel like they're playing in a different arena now with the horror themes that are going to be in this book.
Yeah. Sometimes books like this, or sometimes books that are published independently and done in a single issue format, you can tell they just broke up a trade and broke it up into issues. But then with stuff like this, you can really tell that they meant to write this episodically, not for the trade, right? Which I think it goes a long way when I'm
Yeah.
trying to decide what to buy monthly versus what to wait on for the trade. So, okay, cool. Is there anything else you guys want to say about Feral before we move on?
Nope.
Well, like
Can't
with
can't
the
wait
first,
to get my hands on a physical copy.
that's right. You're gonna go Feral
It comes
yourself
out this week.
this Wednesday. Yes.
Okay.
I picked 3 of my favorite variant covers to show.
I was curious because I didn't see any
Ooh.
variants.
So we have
Wow.
Run the Jewels homage. If you're a fan of Run the Jewels. Now the second one, I don't know what it's for. That poster.
Is
Do
that
you guys know?
Skinwalkers?
Maybe it has to be the eyes on top that really give it away. But it looked really cool. So like I just use that as part of the display. And then of course we have it, right?
Yeah.
Very exciting stuff. Thanks to Image. Good luck to the creative team. I think we know this is going to be a success. So